Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2. Where we left off last time, we went to the subterranean temple. We got ourselves a brand new sparkly mace that is now soulbound to us, which will grab us some much needed crushing damage, so that'll be nice. We're also going to kind of just start making our way towards the Bakarna's observatory. Try and get some of these areas we haven't actually explored done. Oh, we are actually running low on supplies first. We might stop off in Nekataka just to go pick up some supplies. We do have a fair amount of money, which is good. I also kind of want to buy a faster ship, to be honest. The junk is good. Ooh, the galleon here. Oh, it's coming right at us. Fine, we'll fight you. I don't care. I'm not afraid of you. I might be afraid of you. We're 600 meters away, so we'll enter combat, and we'll full speed ahead. They are turning broadside, so we will also turn broadside. They're not firing, though. They stopped. We're also going to stop. They fired some guns at us, but they missed with both. We're going to fire back, of course. We have some very good chances to hit here. And we did a lot of damage to their sails, not a whole lot to their actual ship, so we'll turn to port. And their deck's on fire, which is kind of nice. And they're firing at us again. They missed. We'll turn to port one more time. Now they should open up on us this time? No? Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Oh dear. We're gonna get hit pretty hard here, probably. One raking hit. We need to get back. That way. That was an accident. Now we have to hold again, which is a little bit annoying. Now we can fire. Good. Alright, let's do this. Not the best shots in the world. They're firing back. A couple hits. We're gonna turn hard to port. They're dead ahead of us. We could have just... You know what we should do, actually? Get a faster ship and just do ship-to-ship combat from now on. Or at least for a while. And we could fire... Oh, we have an injury. Well, we're not gonna fire this turn anyways then. Let's report. You! Go there. You're not actually very good at that. You're a boatswain. You go there. You go there. You also kind of suck at being a cannoneer, but good enough. Go do that. We're taking a couple hits. We're gonna fire back. We have another injury, which is a little annoying. Turn to port. We don't really have anyone to replace that person yet. We should hopefully kill them next turn in Fury. Nope, one more round to go at least. We are just shooting the crap out of each other. We're gonna go to port after this anyways, so we'll repair there. We're in hold position. And let's try and finish this off. That'll do it. We got a whole bunch of stuff, which should cover our repair costs, luckily, and we'll continue from there. We have quite a few repair things. Oh, we need to, before we go doing anything weird here, we have several people in need of injuries. Need of surgery and rest. We have 3 injured people. It's going to cost us a ton of medical supplies, unfortunately. And I left it open. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? Let's just head into port, though. Oh, that was a lot of medicine. Okay, supplies. Where's my... It's up here. Medical supplies. 200. Okay. And we're also going to buy... cannonballs. We need 120. And we're going to pick up some repair supplies. How many do we need? What? 88? More than that. That's not right. 118? That sounds more correct. There, we're all topped up again. How much is a Voyager? They're a fast, small ship, right? All I really want to do is go smash somebody in the face with my boat. Yeah. I mean, we could just do our normal ship, which has 70 meters. I wonder if the Voyager's faster. exceedingly fast. Also has no cargo space. We're fine. We'll just take this boat for now. Maybe when we become exceedingly rich in the future, we will worry about that. In the meantime, though, let's just quickly... Oops. Get rid of all of this garbage. No, just let me... Whatever. Or else I could go backwards. Okay, all that junk. Literally everything here except for those. Yeah, those. Just those uniques we'll keep. Alright, we're making 47,000 back, so we're set for money at least. For a while. We could hire people. Which we should really do. We need crew members. So, you know what? Hang on one sec. Sorry. I'm just gonna close Gmail. There we go. Problem solved. We could hire a novice helmsman / deckman. We need more cannoneers. Seasoned cannoneers. Sold. I'm taking you aboard. Who else is good at cannons? None of you. I need some deckhands too, so I'll take you along. Alright. You're also a cannoneer. Alright. Let's look at our boat. We're ready to head out. We got supplies and junk. We have several wounded people, but that's fine. How do I... Where are new people? I just hired new people. Oh, there they are. They're all just randomly placed. Okay, so she's there as a cannoneer. Cannoneer. You're not even a cannoneer. Go be a deckhand. You're a deckhand. You're a navigator or deckhand. You're a much better navigator. You are a cook. You're also a cannoneer. Go to be a cannoneer. You're wounded for one more day. You're wounded for one... We could just go into shore. Just finish up our heals. There we go. Who are you again? You're a cannoneer. Okay, good. You are a deckhand and a pretty good one, nonetheless. You're a cook. There! Look at that. We're doing much better now. You know what? We're gonna go back into shore for 1 second. We're gonna see if we can buy more new things for our boat. Like we could use a steel helm. 5% combat speed. I'll buy one. Anchor. What's that do? Combat speed and travel speed. Done. Sold. We should also buy that hull. There's supposedly a really good hull in here. The Blackwood hull. It actually gives combat speed and health and travel speed. We just spent all of our money. Literally all of our money. But that's okay. Not literally. Figuratively all of our money. Just a bit. Done. And we'll put that there and that there. Everything is looking up for us. We have a crappy lantern. Is there a better lantern here? Not seeing. I guess not yet. Okay. Let's head out to sea. I might have to pause here in a moment. I think my oven pizza is going to be done much faster than I anticipated. I may have put it on slightly too high. So our combat speed should be considerably more, and our hull should be a little bit more. I know there's a 40 hull one that really increases our ability to survive, but at the same time I need to get into range. I need to be able to chase things down. Because sometimes chasing down a ship that's much faster is just such a pain in the ass, and you can't do it. It sucks. Sayuka. Cowards Copse. How do I land on this? I literally need to land at Sayuka. Okay. It is a port city, apparently. Or port stronghold? Some sort of port type place. That ship is bobbing like crazy. That ship needs to calm down.
You might have grown up here.
True. Good thing my parents had the sense to leave.
And you'd be worrying about what the trading companies were doing, setting up down here.
No offense, but I try not to live with a bunch of ifs trailing in my wake.
Alright, Teeb, what do you got for me?
You are welcome in Sayuka, traveler. as surely as the winds stir the sea.
The young Hawana woman gives you a sunny smile that shows every one of her pointed teeth.
No, no, no. How many times must I demonstrate the proper way to greet a visitor?
The undersecretary makes an emphatic chopping motion with his hands, a snarl curling his thin lips.
I say, I must have forgotten again. Will you remind me of the line, Undersecretary?
We say clear skies, traveler. Simple, elegant, and no smiling. Do you understand, Greeter Tebe?
Tebe.
Can you repeat it once more? I want to make sure I've got it.
Tebe turns wide, innocent eyes on the undersecretary. The undersecretary opens his mouth to speak, but his expression abruptly clouds. He shoots a scowl at Tebe, and elects instead not to dignify her joke at his expense.
Questions, traveler?
Tell me about this town.
Sayuka, known to my people as Ribiri, is a colonial outpost of the Royal Deadfire Company.
Tebe makes no effort to hide the boredom in her voice.
The island of Sayuka is the Royal Deadfire Company's center of engineering research and development in the archipelago. Our work is directed by Fleet Master Okaya, the youngest Rawatayan ever to hold the title. Best of her class at the Naval Academy in Tokoa, and a brilliant engineer, our Fleet Master.
Pride warms his voice.
You forgot to mention the giant sharks, Undersecretary.
Why are you dressed like a Royal Deadfire Company soldier, Tebe?
Kira, I wonder the same every day.
Tebe tugs at the neck of her uniform and rolls her dark eyes at the undersecretary when she thinks he's not looking.
Tebe learns to perform her duties as a Rawatayan might.
The undersecretary straightens his back and squares his shoulders.
Her fellow Juana show a lamentable disinterest in the proper way of doing things.
He nods curtly in Tebe's direction.
Do not speak about me as if I am not here.
Wait, go back. Giant sharks?
Giant sharks, giant coral, giant trees, Kira. The only thing not bigger in Sayuka is us Juana.
She chuckles.
Small mercy.
The undersecretary mutters under his breath.
No one knows why things grow large in Sayuka, but there are all sorts of theories. Me? I think Gallowayne smiles on us.
Tebe's cheeks glow with a faint blush, the first authentic emotion you've seen cross her face.
Superstition is unbecoming of a Royal Deadfire Company officer, Tebe.
He grunts.
I say, it's a lucky thing I'm not one then.
What exactly is an undersecretary?
A career sandal sniffer and busybody, so far as I can tell.
Tebe shrugs.
You ungrateful sag! I am the second in command to Fleet Master Okaya, the governor of your piddling little island, and I will not be mocked by a smart-mouthed idler like you!
The undersecretary's jowls quiver with barely contained rage.
So I have heard many, many times.
Tebe meets your eyes and raises her brows emphatically. Is it just me or is this guy terrible?
You don't know the half of it.
Everyone seemed to like that. An impish smile plays at the corner of her mouth.
What was that, Greeter Tebe?
Surely just the breeze, Undersecretary.
Tebe's impish smile grows into a mocking grin.
You will call me Sir.
I won't.
Akira, I certainly will not.
I like her. She's spunky. Marfetto Liano, are you a merchant? You find a man dressed in worn, dirty leather armor. His long, scraggly beard is encrusted with salt. His curling hair has clearly not seen a comb in some time, and the toenails of his bare feet, I'm guessing, are cracked and torn. The only thing of value he carries is an amulet.
Oh, greetings.
He hesitates a moment before saying more.
Might I help you with something?
You sound like Edir. Tell me about yourself.
I suppose.
He looks at you quizzically, perhaps unsure why you've asked him such a personal question.
I was a proud man once. A gold pack knight. Then I took a job and it went poorly. I could no longer stay with the Order after that.
His eyes take on a faraway look as he remembers.
In the years since, I have wandered the length of the Deadfire, dedicating my life to self-discipline and abstination from worldly distractions. It is only through suffering that the soul becomes strong. Do you understand?
That's it?
Well, I am waiting for someone. But I do not know when they will arrive or who they will be when they get here. All I know is that they are a seer, and they seek me. So I wait.
Then how will you recognize them?
I will not, but it does not matter. I have this amulet here, and I yet draw breath. That is all I need.
Amulet, huh? I could use one of those. The old man's eyes dart between your face and your hand where it hovers just over your weapon. His hands begin to tremble. Though he might have been a knight once, he has grown frail in his old age, and he doesn't look capable of besting even a child in a fight, let alone a watcher.
Fine. Take it.
He tugs the amulet hurriedly from his neck and shoves it into your hands.
Just, please, Take good care of it.
Thanks.
Be on your way, then.
It's not my fault you couldn't defend your own amulet. What's it do? 10% damage taken from melee attacks, but plus 15% damage with melee attacks. I mean, that's kind of awesome. I might take it. I might put that on. 15% damage is a lot of damage. We're gonna pause here. I need to get my food out of the oven, and then we'll continue on with our video right after that. Back in a couple minutes. Okay, I am back. Sorry for the brief interlude there. Let's go look around more. Actually, let's go to the Fleet Master's quarters first. It is possible that this Fleet Master will have some jobs for us to do. Or at the very least, some information for us. You don't bring trouble, I hope. No promises. The Fleet Master Okoya stares with an unwavering intensity at the small sea of papers strewn across her desk. She holds a pencil lightly in one hand and absently taps the tip of it against her lips. After a moment, a low hum escapes her throat. The sound ends with a harsh scoff. Sorry, one sec. There we go. Then she flicks her eyes to meet yours.
Artillery trajectory calculations. Terribly tedious and lamentably imprecise in a storm.
As she chews on the end of her pencil, her gaze grows distant, like she's watching something behind you.
Ah, but the numbers distract me. Where are my manners? You found me with a rare spare moment.
Who are you?
Did you not read the name on the door before you came in? You do know you're in the office of the Fleet Master, I hope.
She knits her brows. Blink innocently. Wow, really? How thrilling.
A smart mouth. What a rare treasure.
Okaya rolls her eyes skyward.
I'm a Fleet Master of the Rawatayan Navy stationed at Sayuka, a research colony of the Royal Deadfire Company.
What fleet? I don't see any boats.
You misunderstand. I don't command ships. I command this port. Rawatayan vessels docking here are under my protection, but I don't tell them where to go. That's the Hazanui's job.
Impressive title.
To one unfamiliar with the Rawatayan Navy, perhaps. But mine is an administrative position. I see to the smooth running of Sayuka. Of course, it'd be a sight easier if there weren't the coral to contend with.
Okay. Goodbye, I guess. She doesn't have much else to say. She does, however, have a chest full of
Easily
goodies.
done. Can't take all the credit.
We're out of range. Steal those.
You must gather your
Thank you for your contribution to my cause. We just are going to leave now. Alright, so we stole an amulet. We've talked to the
Some of these fights
Undersecretary.
we've been in, you've bailed me out more than once.
What else do we have in
do
this
the
town?
same for any of us.
Don't
The
tell,
workshop.
but I try harder.
Romaro.
Better.
I don't believe we know one another. Per Complanca, leave me be.
Alright, Takwa. You're a merchant.
All
What do
the
you got?
wonders of this.
You have fish. Alright, pass. Koami, you look like you have swords at least. A young woman leans against the till, her eyes are half closed. She jerks awake when she hears the scuff of your boots on the flagstones, and fumbles about for something to polish in an effort to look busy.
What can I do for you?
She surreptitiously wipes a bit of drool from the corner of her mouth. What can you tell me about this place?
Sayuka? Bit of a backwater if you ask me, but don't tell the Fleet Master I told you so. This used to be where the fleet would send a person after they'd seen a fellow sailor blown to bits by a cannonball or what have you. That was before those mad druids out in the bog started sending bears and wild cats over the walls, of course.
Wait, no one's mentioned that to me.
Let me know if you're in the market for something pointy. Put your eyes on these.
Let's take a look. You have a Distrejo? Something like that. Great sword. That's your only unique oh, hang on, wait, there's one more I missed.
Let me know if you're in the market. Put your eyes on.
Stalker's Patience. That's a much better spear, actually. Legendary, wounding, ambushing. Actually, kinda is nice. All things considered, but we're not gonna pick that up today. Want a longhouse. We could go do that, I guess, and then we'll head out into the actual area itself. There's a guy named Tippa, and Weto, and Rowahi. A broad-shouldered man with a long, jagged scar across his brow argues with a woman outside the longhouse. He throws up his hands, about to shout, but the woman cuts him off
I
mid-exclamation.
will not return to the Longhouse, Weto, never! And I won't lump my teeth about it further!
She plants her hands firmly on her hips and juts out her chin in defiance.
For what are you so stubborn? The Rawatayans do us a great favor and you spit in their faces.
Yeah, I don't know. Weto ceases his shouting when he notices you listening
What
in.
do you need?
Is there a problem here?
Not at all, not at all. My sister and I are just having a Small disagreement.
Weto rubs at the back of his neck and looks away embarrassed.
It is because you speak like this that I yell at you in the first place. You're beginning to sound like those Rowatayan outlanders, and it shames me to say so.
What's your problem with the Rowatayans?
Ignore her. She has an urchin up her ass about her cousins from the north and can't be persuaded. I should know. I've tried.
He shoots Tiba an irritated look and rolls his eyes.
Is it so unreasonable to want to protect my culture, our culture, from our greedy neighbors?
She spits on the ground between you and grits her teeth.
They arrive in ships laden with goods they believe will please us and think that gives them the right to build their walls on our land. Then, they act surprised when we don't all fall at their feet with cries of gratitude.
Sounds like the Rowatayans are doing you a favor.
You refer to the walls?
She nods to the cannon-lined barriers between Sayuka and the docks and clucks her tongue.
We are no strangers to the menaces of the Deadfire. Pirates, colonials, Nagati's children. We have bested all of them before. We don't need them or their walls to keep us safe. And we surely don't need their longhouse.
Well...
What does this have to do with the longhouse?
Another of the Rowatayan's tricks. When our huts were destroyed in the storms, they did not rebuild them like they were as we requested. They built this longhouse instead. Are you not one people? They said. Why do you live divided, each cast apart from the others? They believe they know what's best for us, but how we live is not their business.
It kinda is.
The Fleet Master says we are weak because we don't work as one. She doesn't see that it's our differences that make the Huana strong. She doesn't want to see it, lest it put the lie to their enterprise here.
The Huana and Rowatayans are both a Moa. Why not be allied?
Under whose banner? Rowatai's? Then we cease to be Huana as surely as if they conquered us.
They could conquer you, that's the problem.
We have the land and resources Rawatai needs, and they have the military might we lack. We share a common ancestor. Why not create a common culture? Together we would be strong.
I say, if you truly believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I thought.
Waito, why do you support the Rowatayans?
We are no strangers to storms. But last year we suffered many powerful ones in quick succession. And our harvest of Koiki fruit was destroyed. Prize share was rationed. Famine loomed. And then the Rowatayans sent ships. Load after load of food, enough to see us to the next harvest. They could have left us to die, but they didn't.
It was only a ploy to make us dependent on them, Akira. We took their food and helping hands, and now we sleep in their buildings and watch the sea from their walls.
The Rowatayans understand what's important.
Akira, what a surprise. The Rowatayan's mouthpiece believes he is in the right.
I am in the right. Tipa sneers and crosses her arms over her chest. She looks away, her teeth clenched.
Your support is appreciated, I say. Don't mind my sister. Her heart is in the right place.
He tries to put his hand on his sister's shoulder, but she shrugs him off, a look of disgust curling her lips. Because conquering a culture has never gone well, or never gone poorly in our world either. Everyone wants Imperial forces to come tell them what to do. Yes, I do want to pick that lock.
Take all the credit.
That was an intense lock. What's a
Haru dare make such a racket in my longhouse? What were those royal Deadfire fools thinking?
A large Huana man glares down the length of the building, his fists clenched tight. You're an ass.
You'd feel the same if you knew anything about the Huana.
The warrior grunts, a sneer lifting his lip.
What do you want?
Your room's much nicer than the others.
I am Mataru, a warrior. The best quarters are mine by right. And yet I cannot display my most precious possession, my grandmother's warhammer, for fear the Raparu might steal it. It is absurd.
Why would they steal it?
They know no better. A Huana soul is not born into the Raparu without reason, after all.
He can hardly resist rolling his eyes. How did the Royal Deadfire Company come to control Sayuka?
Not even the greatest Mataru can stand against a fleet of Rowatayan warships.
The warrior speaks with a bitter shake of his head. A warhammer, you say?
Captain, you were saying? Ishi, quiet time.
I just have to get back to there. Are you relocking the thing? No. I need to get to that treasure chest without getting caught. And... oh, come on. Oh, he's leaving. Sweet, that makes it way easier. Go quick. A super... that's it? That's all you had?
Captain, can do.
Ugh. And to think I thought I was gonna get something cool from you. I should kill you just out of spite.
Party before
Jerk with your stupid warhammer. It's just a superb warhammer. It's nothing special. I forgot to check if there's anyone else in here. There's a few people. A middle-aged Kwaru woman raises her brows in question when you approach, her hands too full with braided ropes of dried reeds to greet you properly. Beside her stands an elderly Roparu man, awkwardly grasping his own bundle of reed rope.
Oh, hello. Come to watch me tie rugs, have you?
Sure.
Asaru here has been teaching me.
He indicates the small woman beside him with a dip of his chin. The corners of his mouth twitch like he's trying to hide a smile.
What say, traveler?
Isn't it unusual for Kwaru and Roparu to do the same work?
It is, as you say. But I have always admired the beautiful rugs Asaru makes.
He shrugs.
And Nadunga can fix anything. Is it not reasonable we should learn from each other?
Though she smiles as she speaks, Asaru's words hold a defensive edge, as if she's had to explain their unusual arrangement many times before.
Akira, especially if we must suffer Watsuri together.
A sly grin spreads across the old man's face, and he elbows Asaru playfully in her side.
Just so.
Asaru swats his arms away with a small laugh. Then, her thoughts returning to Watsuri, she makes a face like she's bitten into an underripe quakey fruit. Is it stressful having all the castes living together in one building?
It's not so bad, excepting the nights Watsuri gets into the palm wine.
Akira, but that man does snore loud enough to call down the rains.
She snorts, and Nadunga beside her smothers a raspy chuckle.
There's hardly any space to tie my rugs, to be certain, and I haven't had a moment to myself in weeks.
But there are also new friends to be made.
Nadunga finishes her sentence with a warm smile.
Indeed there are. Captain, I am inspired to redecorate our ship's quarters.
If you put anything in my bedroom, I will throw you overboard, Takehu. Can you teach me how to tie a rug?
It's not a skill one learns in an afternoon, but should you wish to spend many months here in this longhouse, you're welcome.
A deep, throaty laugh rumbles through him.
I say, we have the room. So long as you do not mind sleeping like so many scrolls stuffed in a shelf.
Asaru nudges Nadunga's laugh, or shares in Nadunga's laugh.
With you.
And that's all they wanted to say. Anyone else in here? No. I'm gonna steal whatever that is. Guess it's not really stealing if they don't claim it as stealing. We got some crappy warhammer. Superb warhammer. What a load of garbage. It's not even unique. It doesn't have any special stats. Let's leave town on foot. There is something out there. I know there is. And we're almost out of time on our video anyway, so maybe we'll stop here. This is as good of time as any, I guess. Because we have Bent Branch Bog and Cowards. Actually, this just looks like a burial chamber, so we can probably just search it. Blunting Belt, Sigil of Nightmare's Wardstone, a Saber, that's it. Alright, in the next video we'll do Bent Branch Bog. See if we can't take out the druids there. We already had a run-in with a druid earlier in the game. It did not go well either. We threatened his pigs, and then we promptly killed him and all of his pigs. So, that's where we're going to end off. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. I will see you guys next time. Take care.